Hey guys, I'm Oscar and I'm out here today trying to see how many mulligans it takes to shoot 18 down. See if we can do it. Cut that, cut that. Okay, now that all fun and games are over, today we were playing at Alex Clark and McKinney. It's basically a mids and putters course with like two holes that require like a driver. So today we're gonna see how many mulligans it takes to shoot a perfect round. Everything here's a par 3, so hopefully it shouldn't take that long. But hole 1, I'm throwing a hex, and hopefully we don't have to use a mulligan on this first one. It's right up the middle. Give me a skip. Oh, a little counter skip. Okay, so our shot landed just outside the circle, but let's see if we can make this putt right here. Start off with a birdie and no mulligans. A little bit of a headwind. Let's go. Okay, we're now here at hole 2. It's right in front of us, a little par 3 at 160 feet. You're just going to go zone off the tee, get it close, hit the putt, and go to the next one. Should be a nice, easy hole. That looks perfect. Missed that tree in the back. Oh, sit.
Okay, so unfortunately my mic died while I was in the middle of recording this, so I'm recording this now that I'm at home after the round. I didn't know it died, so if you see me talking in the video, it's because I think I'm still talking to you guys. But I got probably a circle's edge putt, similar distance to the last one, feeling pretty confident, lining it up, put it up in the air, boom! Got a nice putt right there. After 2 holes, my putting's feeling pretty good. Here we are on hole 3. Straightforward little tunnel shot. I like to go with my fierce here. Throw it on a little hyzer flip to turn and just pipe the gap. But as you can see right here, I really don't get the turn that I wanted. I kind of babied it. So I'm going to take my first mulligan, which I wasn't super excited about. But 1 mulligan on this hole is not too bad. I decided to go with my spore for my second shot. Put it on a little bit of anhyzer, get it to the turn. Hopefully it was going to, glide all the way there, but, it came up a little bit short, unfortunately. We're probably at a similar distance as we've been the last 2 holes, so it's a distance that I've been feeling pretty comfortable with lately. About circle's edge, putt's been feeling good, been pretty dialed in on the pull. Give it a good little run right here. And thought I had it, but just unfortunately right off the top. So I go back, I grab my roaches, and this is something new for me. I've been putting with the Kratos recently, but I brought my roaches as my backup mulligan putters. So my first attempt here, thought it was good, not as good as I wanted. But my second attempt with another roach right here is dead center chains. So not bad, not great. Here we are on hole 4. I'm going with my Total Eclipse Envy. Trying to put a little bit of turn on it, but it just faded out and stalled on me a little bit. I finished just right to the bubble. Decided to take another mulligan on that one because I didn't think I was going to be able to hit that putt, and it's probably going to take me more putts or more mulligans to hit that putt. I go with my fierce again, and I overcorrect from the last hole and I yank it over. Another mulligan I really didn't want to take. So here I come with my splice, and if you notice, I'm lining this up right-handed. Something that, is kind of interesting is I can throw with my left hand and my right hand, and you'll see that a lot in this video. But I'm definitely way better with my left hand. I decided to take another mulligan, go with my Eclipse Envy, and just throw a laser beam right at the basket and trust that it's going to fly dead straight as an arrow, and that's what it does. So took 6 mulligans on this hole, or have a total of 6 mulligans after this hole, which isn't great. I think I took 3 mulligans just on this hole alone. Easy putt. We'll move on to hole 5 here. Another little gap shot here at AC. I'm going with that same Eclipse Envy, just trying to throw another dead straight shot. Babied it, put it on a little too much hyzer, just kissed that tree, hit left. Not excited about that shot. Got to take another mulligan. I decided to go with the Total Eclipse MV and try to make a correction off of that first line that I had. And unfortunately, yet again, I overcorrect. I hit a tree. So now I got to take my second mulligan of the hole, which, at this point on hole 5, I did not want to be, 8 mulligans in. But, so we pull out our hex, decided to down tempo it a little bit, throw it a little short or lower. Turns a little bit, gives me probably like a 20-footer. Luckily that tree is not in the way. I'm just left of that tree, got a wide open look. Line up my putt with the Kratos, feeling pretty good. Just sneak it over the rim. I was pretty excited to get that one because I didn't want to leave another mulligan out there on putting. Here we are on hole 7. Hole 7 curves to the right. I'm throwing my Omen from Thought Space Athletics, just trying to get it to skip across the little ditch that's right there. I got a pretty decent skip, but I'm going to end up running up there to go check it out. And I didn't think I was in a spot that I could hit a putt, so I decided to go with my Crave here for my first mulligan on this hole. And I throw a nice pushing hyzer, let it kind of flip up, and just keep drifting right. I end up getting over the ditch. You can kind of see it skip right there in the corner. So I get onto the island. I got a tough look, but I didn't think I was going to get a better look than this, honestly. And I really didn't want to take some more mulligans trying to hit that tee shot. So here I am lining up the putt. Just left. So I'm going to take another mulligan from putting. I am not a great straddle putter, so this was definitely a shot that I was kind of frustrated walking up to because I was really hoping I was going to be in the open enough. Let that putt go in. I thought that was cash off the rim. Very disappointing. I thought I was going to get off this hole with only 2 mulligans, but unfortunately that is not the case. We're going to throw up another roach putt. That one just way left, never even a real chance. Went to go pick up the putters to give them another try. We're going to start off with the Kratos again here. We're going to give it a nice little bid, float it up there, hit off the band. So we're taking yet again another mulligan. We're back here putting, toss it up, put it right in the heart, finally. But here we are on hole 7, about 13 mulligans in. I'm throwing a GT zone right here, right-handed. As you can see, my form right-handed is not as good. I'm asking it to get down. Unfortunately, it doesn't and skips into the road. So I'm taking my first mulligan on this shot. I decided to go with my Spore. I'm going to throw my Spore right-handed. I just fluffed it and babied it. I'm going to finish left. Not going to be close enough to putt. So I'm going to take my second mulligan. I think I decided to go with my blue zone right here. Try to throw it nice and wide. Yeah, I go with my blue zone, right-handed, trying to swing it right, wide right. And I just threw it too inside of my line. Got a big skip again. Gonna unfortunately have to take my third mulligan of the hole. And then here I'm gonna go with that Eclipse Envy again. I've been really liking this. I just got it recently, and it's pretty straight, pretty stable. We put it on a little bit of hyzer, and it'll just kind of glide down that path. Luckily, I hit the tree down by the basket, and I stayed close. So here I am for my putt. This is probably like a 12-footer, so it was nothing that I was really worried about. Just lined it up, took my time. Nice little putt, dead center. And on to the next one. 16 mulligans through the first 7, I believe. Yeah, here we are at hole 8. I decided to go with my Fission Hex right here. We're going right-handed again. As you can tell, my right-handed form's not great, but I gave it a nice little ace run right there. Just flew right over the basket, went a little deep, probably about 20 feet past. Did not have to take a mulligan, which was nice. And it was a right-handed shot, which really feels good for me because I've been working on my right-handed shots. So here I am lining up my 20-footer, and I just fluffed it. It was not a good putt at all. It was really frustrating. Then cash the second one. And this is a point in the round where, the puttering's kind of teetering. It's sometimes good, sometimes bad, and it's been kind of annoying. Throw my crave off the tee here on hole 9. Asked it to get down, it doesn't. It skips pretty far past, so I'm going to take another mulligan right here on this hole. I decided to go with my neutron hex, I believe. Yes, my neutron hex. Just kind of throw a similar shot as the last time I threw this hex, just low, straight, and let it just kind of skip up off the ground. You can kind of see it skip right there. Gave myself probably another, let's say 18 footer, 20 footer, somewhere around there. Similar distance to the last putt, really trying to redeem myself after that last one. Give it a good bid, nice and committed, put it in. And here we are on to hole 10. It's the basket to the right, not to the center. We're going to go splice because we wanted to make sure we didn't go deep, and we accomplished that. So we're going to take another mulligan right here. And we're going to go with our zone GT. And we're going to throw this one left-handed, which is what we should have done to begin with. And we're going to give it a nice little skip up to the basket. Probably another 18-footer. I was pretty consistently in that zone today. And like I said, the putting's been teetering to good and bad. I made a good 18-footer last time and put this one short. That one hurt, I'm going to be honest. That's kind of where the putting confidence was shook. We go back, we grab our roaches. Give the first roach, not a great bid. Get our second roach, and in the basket. The frustrating thing with this challenge was I feel like way more of my mulligans were on putting than they needed to be. We're throwing our neutron hex here on hole 11. Undercommitted and a little right. So we're going to take another mulligan here. And then from there, we're going to go with our crave. And we're just going to try to shoot the gap here with the crave. Again, undercommitted. And I'll put enough snap on it, but we're going to give ourselves a look at a putt. So I would say this one's probably in the 18, 20 foot range again. Pretty consistently in that range. And give it a bid. Short again. Taking another mulligan. Give it a bid and make the overcorrection. Take another mulligan. And third time's the charm here with the second roach. And at this point, I'm getting pretty frustrated and pretty tired with, how many mulligans I'm having to take and how many missed putts I've had. And just the undercommitted shots that I've been throwing. Luckily, we got a little shorty here on hole 12. Just throw the zone GT. And finally, I put it right on their basket. I was pretty excited about that one, as you can see. Walk up there, tap it in, move it on the next hole. No mulligans taken, which was huge. So here we are on hole 13. Just a little hyzer flip up for me with my crave. And again, undercommitted. And we hit the first available. So we decided to go back. And I grab my relay. Put my relay again undercommitted. Try to hyzer flip it. And just did not put enough snap on it. I finished way right to the next tee pad. So I'm going to go ahead and go back and take another mulligan and see if I can get this hex to the basket with a little hyzer flip line. Threw it a little wider than I wanted, but I got the flight that I wanted. I just hit the last guardian tree, which is really tough because I thought I got away with that one, and I did not. So we're going to take another mulligan, and we're going to throw that same black neutron hex that I've been throwing so well this video. And we're going to hyzer flip it, get a nice little ground action skip, and give us a look at the basket. This one's probably a 15-footer. Lining it up, looking at my little note that I got on my putter. Taking a deep breath, really taking my time here. Make sure I give it a good committed run. Boom. Finally. Feels nice to putt with some conviction, Here we are on hole 14. This one, for me, is pretty hard. Throwing a splice through the right-handed gap, trying to get a skip, but I threw it too inside, hit the tree. This tunnel shot's honestly, for me, really hit and miss. I usually will do this dead center gap through with my left hand, like I did with this spore right here. But unfortunately, the spore came up a little short, so I'm going to go ahead and grab another mulligan here and throw a different fierce because I felt like my other fierce was a little too flippy for me. This fierce flipped up nice, dead straight, and I put it a little deep in the basket. But all in all, it was not bad. Got, another 15 to 18 footer. Got my Kratos with me, making sure I take my time, line up my putt, reminding myself to putt with some conviction, and we don't. We hit cage again. At this point, I'm getting pretty tired, pretty fed up with either hitting cage or just not giving, good committed runs, but we make the second one, and we move on to the next one. This is hole 15, a little downhill through the woods, just throwing my spore, put it a little short, let the ground action skip up there, and give myself a nice easy putt. Don't have to worry about hitting cage on this one, luckily. Don't even take off the bag. Move on to hole 16. Hole 16 is a toughie for me as a lefty predominant player, but it's bends over to the left. It's a dogleg left, and there's some power lines up high that you got to deal with. So I'm going to go with my Crave, throw it on some Annie, try to get it to pan, but I threw it a little too low, and I was a little frustrated with that one. I decided to go take a look at it, and after I took a look at it, I decided I was going to go with Leo 3 here, up high, a little more inside. That one I was a little nervous that I cut the corner too much. Felt like it was a good shot, but didn't know if I wanted to take it, so I'm thinking about it right here, and I decide I am going to take another mulligan, and I'm going to go with my relay. What I'm trying to think on this relay shot is just try to put up higher and a little flatter and let it turn on its own. That one out of the hand, executed really well. Wanted to make sure it didn't, overturn into the creek. And I feel like I gave myself a really good shot right here. This is deep circle 2. And honestly, I feel like step putting is one of the strengths of my game. So it's kind of annoying that I kept putting myself like circle's edge. But here I am with my roach, because my roaches are my better step putt disc. And, I thought that one was in, out of the hand. So here we are with another mulligan on this hole with our second roach attempt, and that one is cash money. Let's go. That was huge, yeah. I was super pumped after that one. Here I am on 17, throwing my zone GT. Pumped it, unfortunately. And it's going to skip deep and OB. I see me take a little look there. This is where, I get a little frustrated because I got some people on the course chirping me, which was a little annoying. I'm not a huge fan of that. Disc golf's all about having fun. I decided to throw my Get Freaky Zone. I rushed it because I got people, being kind of nasty. They're still here chirping me while I'm trying to putt, and I just was not focused and not really. You can see me take a look at them again. And here I am on 18, and, at this point I'm pretty frustrated with, I'm throwing my spore. Pretty frustrated with, people acting the way they're acting. And I just kind of fluff it, leave it right, and decide I'm just going to take that, not use a mulligan. Just go up there, try to gather myself for this putt, but in all honesty, I was still thinking about, what happened on the last hole. And I lack of conviction, lack of commitment, do not give it even a real chance. And here I am with my next attempt with the roach and wide right. And at this point, I'm pretty over it and just put it in, and I'm ready to get off the course.